I was never on any songs or nothing before Tical.
So how'd that happen? Like how'd you end up on the album?
I just was there.
How did
Like,
PLO style happen?
all right, this way. First of all, PLO style, right? PLO in general was me and some of my brothers, right? That we moved a certain way in the street and we did certain shit in the street. That's where
Right.
PLO style came from, right? But it was like all the shit happened by accident. For me, it happened by accident. It wasn't like I knew Meth since we was 15. You know what I'm saying? I knew Ray Dugard since I was 10 years old, and I mean I knew them where I slept in their house. I knew their
Right.
moms, everybody. You know what I'm saying? I grew up with them, right? So it started out like, all right, how I even got to the studio was I took a tape from a little kid on the block, right?
Yeah.
That was related to somebody that Meth dealt with, right? And I took the tape from him, right? I just came off the island or something, or did a Rikers Island, did it, whatever. I just came off the island, and I seen the kid, and I heard the music, and I'm like, yo, that's Meth? And they like, yeah. So I took the tape from him. But the kid told me, yo, this is Meth tape, this Meth copy. I didn't even know Meth was doing a solo album.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what I'm saying? I didn't even know none of this. So I took the tape from the little kid. About an hour later, Meth came to my house like, yo, I need the tape. It's from my album. And I'm like, album? Because I'm like, the Wu just came out. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just came out with shit. So I'm like, you doing your own album? Like, I knew nothing about the thing. So he's telling me, like, yeah, I got my own solo deal, everybody. So he started breaking it down to me right there in this conversation.
Right.
So he, what you doing? I'm like, yo, you know what I'm doing there? I just got off the alley. Like, yo, I'm going in my gun closet. I'm going to do what I go do. You know what I do? So the nigga's like,
Right.
yo, nah, bro. He like, yo, come with me to the studio. And see, another thing about it was Tical was not Meth's first album. Right?
Is the album is that the one that got destroyed in the flood?
Yeah, see, at the time, RZA had a studio in his basement, and he did Meth's album, and he had it stored on his computer and
Right.
whatever. His basement got flooded. So at the time when me and Meth was having this conversation, Meth had like less than 30 days to turn in his album.
He had to start over.
He had to start over.
Damn.
So he had to write new songs. He had to do all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I came in at. So he was like, yo, just come with me to the studio. So I'm like, for what? You know what I mean? Like, he like, nah, I just want you to hold me down, boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? But he was my friend. It wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Right.
He was more concerned about me being in the street because he knew the type of shit I was into.
Right, right.
So I see he was trying to give me a lane. You know what I'm saying? I just wasn't as smart and picking up on it. You know what I'm saying? At the time, because this is not, this nigga I know I was 15. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really understanding what's going on. So, and that's how it happened. I just happened to meet him at the studio a lot, and I would be there before him. So I would be there, the engineer would be playing the beat, and there would be nobody in there but me, except for that one time that Lauren was there.
Right.
So I used to just be in there writing just out of being bored. But in retrospect, I used to, as far as me go, I used to always be the kid that a nigga would come and get me to go write, right?
Right.
Like, I didn't understand that I was that person, right? Like when I lived under Deck, when he lived with his mom and his brothers and sisters, I lived right in the apartment under Deck. So Deck, we always used to get together, and I used to be in Deck's room and shit. He'd be rhyming and listening to beats and writing, and I used to just be there with him. I would tell him if I liked it. I did the same type of shit for Ray also, but it was one-on-one shit. Like, I would be around, you know what I mean? But I never thought about, yo, I could do this shit too. It never dawned on me. So anyway, so being in the studio, and it happened to get, matter of fact, the while the Lawrence shit, I'm just talking shit. While the Lawrence shit, it was, we did PLO style that day too.
That shit is fire.
But it was only because I was writing when he got there. Because Lauren was doing her homework. I'm not going to talk her ear off. I don't know her.
Right.
So I'm trying to, like, I rap too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm over here, not bothering her, and I'm writing to the beat because the PLO style beat was up anyway. You know what I'm saying? Meth saw my pad, he saw what I was writing, he liked it, and he told me to do it. I didn't even know how to write 16 bars or nothing. I didn't even know about the formulation of rec songs. I had absolutely no knowledge of this shit.
That's crazy. That's a classic song too. That's one of the best on that, one of my favorites at least on the album.
Yeah, and you know, and a lot of people showed me love for those 2 records alone. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, I appreciate that shit for real. You know, but because of that shit, but also, this is the bad part though. This is the bittersweet part. I did this album, right?
Right.
Now I'm on tour, and this whole time I'm on the run, right? When Meth did his first promo tours with Doc and Onyx, and when we was on the road, I was on the run the whole time. Right? Meth and Red albums dropped on Halloween 1994, right? And then so now I'm getting deal offers and all of that based on the shit. I did the shit with Raekwon, the 95 Live shit for doo-wop and shit, right? And that's when I started really mingling with other rappers. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of other rap niggas back then was showing me love too. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas like Busta Rhymes. You know, it was a lot of different people that just showed me love. You know what I mean? Just regular. It wasn't even the music, just regular. You know what I'm saying? So that shit right there. And then I got locked up, and I did 5 years.
Damn, man.
That album dropped in October, the end of October, Halloween, and then I got locked up, and I was 9-4. I got locked up the beginning of 9-5, and I came home in 2000. So I missed mad shit.
Oh shit, yeah, that was the era. That was when we was running shit during that time.
9-5, 9-6, like I missed mad waves.
Right.
It wasn't no CNN yet. It wasn't no Mace. Right.
Right.
It was mad shit like Junior Mafia hadn't came out with Big yet. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I miss mad shit. That whole Rockefeller wave with Beanie.